I'm Hannah, you're watching Enemy, and today we're here with Ashnikko. Hello!
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So we're here today to talk about your two new singles, Maggots and Panic Attacks in Paradise. And the first thing I wanted to ask is, why did you release these two songs as a pair?
I mean, they kind of are like flip sides of the same coin. Like when I get really upset and I'm really going through it, I cry, but then also rage. And I also, when releasing Panic Attacks in Paradise, when we decided to release Panic Attacks in Paradise, I was a little bit apprehensive because it's uncharted territory for me a little bit. It's a little bit more emotional, a little bit more vulnerable. So yeah, and I'm a joker at the end of the day. I think if I put out an emotional song, I have to counter it with something ridiculous and high energy to be like, yeah, I'm vulnerable, but also I'm not playing. I'm not fucking around. Here you go. Here's a song to mosh to. So that was my thinking.
Amazing. Yeah, you're right. Panic Attacks in Paradise is maybe a bit more slow burning, and it's really, really moving. I think people will really resonate to some of those lyrics. I sort of noted down the lyrics: hyperventilating under candy stars, telling my stars that this is fun. And I think that's a line people really resonate with. Was there any particular moment that inspired that?
Well, I actually went on vacation. I wrote the song actually pre-pandemic. I love that we're dividing time into pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. But I wrote this song before the pandemic, when I was on vacation, and I have been working really hard, just going. And then when I actually stopped to just be with myself, and be still, I just didn't know what to do. I was having really horrible mental health problems, and I kind of ruined my vacation for myself. So quite literally, I did have a panic attack in paradise, which inspired the song. And I do feel like there is a sense of guilt around having depressive episodes for me personally, because everything is fine physically in my life. My career is going great, but I just have really fucked up brain chemistry sometimes. And yeah, I feel like it's so annoying to have mental health problems when you can't actually put a finger on why it is that you are having those problems, or when language fails you and you find it really difficult to explain why. It's so lonely to have mental health problems and to not be able to articulate them, which I find happens to me a lot. So yeah, I tried my best to articulate it and put it into a song.
Do you find that writing music kind of ever helps you kind of make sense of what you're feeling?
Definitely. I write about pretty much everything I go through as kind of like a diary entry. It's funny though when things come out, because I'll write songs years before they actually come out about something that was happening in my life. And then things will have completely changed by the time they actually come out. So it's funny to revisit those emotions. But Panic Attacks in Paradise, I feel, is still very relevant for me. So yeah, I'm an open book for sure.
And I imagine with this song, people have sort of already reached out to you and been like, yeah, I can really resonate with how you're feeling.
Yeah, the response has been overwhelming. I'm super taken aback by how much people are enjoying this song and relating to it. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not special in my mental health struggles. I mean, being alive in general is just a very strange, uncomfortable experience for a lot of people, I think. I get real existential all the time. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice to talk about it with other people and to, I know it sounds cheesy, but it's nice to know that you're not alone and that you're not the only person feeling that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you nervous to put this one out at all, or are you just so comfortable with being an open book now?
Yeah, no, I was nervous because my songs that have done well in the past are like complete opposites. And I was nervous that maybe the fans would be a little bit disappointed, which is maybe kind of why I wanted to put Maggots out at the same time. Like, wait, I haven't like completely switched up. It's not a complete career change. I'm still making those songs. But yeah, I was nervous. I'm still nervous. I'm still like trying not to internalize any of the feedback yet.
And I guess on the flip side, we've got Maggots, which is such a belter. You're right, it's a song to mosh to. What did you want to create with this song?
Rage. I feel like when I get my feelings hurt, I tend to go on the offense and yeah, write songs like Maggots. I feel like just putting on a protective outer shell like a tortoise and just raging. Yeah, some of the lyrics are kind of funny. I think the best line I've ever written in my life is "You butt crack krakens want my pirate treasure." So honestly, I think I really did the damn thing.
And you have been able to play Maggots live. You played it at Reading and you've played it at some other festivals. How's the reaction been in that setting?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, people are really moshing to it. I was not expecting that to happen. But yeah, they're going crazy. It's been unbelievable. Yeah.
And these two songs obviously sit together. They're, you've said two sides of the same coin. Did you write them together? Was Maggots written those couple of years ago when you wrote Panic Attacks in Paradise?
No, actually, I wrote Maggots like 6 months ago. And Panic Attacks was like a couple years ago, 2.5 years ago, something like that. But yeah, no, they just felt nice together. So it's like a little jigsaw puzzle sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's a jigsaw puzzle, but we pieced them together. They felt good together.
And are these two songs sort of standalone, or do you envision them sitting on a larger project sort of further down the line?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm working on my album right now. Yeah, I don't want to make any promises.
How long have you been working on it, and what does it sound like so far?
I mean, I don't really sit down and like, I'm gonna write an album now, because that is just feels like the most pressure. Yeah, that's just too much pressure to actually sit down and be like, I'm going to write an album now. Let's do it in a week. Let's do it in 3 months. Like going into the woods and writing an album, which is, I feel like, is a really romanticized way to think about writing albums. Some people do that, but some songs on this album are from years ago that I just have been saving and just collecting. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it like after this tour. Like really start like jigsaw puzzling the whole situation.
Amazing. And you mentioned the tour there. Later this year, we've got your entirely sold out UK dates. How does it feel to have them fully sold out?
Weird, because yeah, I've played so many empty rooms. Played a lot of 11 a.m. festival slots where there's like no one, families, and they're like, who the fuck is she? What is she doing here? So yeah, really strange. We've gone from 0 to 100 really. I was playing like 200 cap rooms before the pandemic, and now sold out 2 nights at the O2 Forum, Kentish Town. Yeah, weird. Pinching myself for sure.
Yeah, and obviously at Reading, you brought along your friend, the huge teddy bears.
Yeah.
Can we expect them to make a return? Have you planned any of the staging at all?
Yeah, I mean, we have like really cool set planned. I don't want to spoil anything. There will be loads of fun surprises.
And you've also been busy aside from your own music. You worked on a remix for the Dawn of Chromatica, Big Girl remix. How did that come about?
Well, Blood Pop just asked me one day if I wanted to be on the album, and obviously I had to. Gaga is the blueprint, the queen. Yeah, me and Oscar Scheller did that together. We actually did it, we made it when we were in Mexico. And we recorded the whole thing under a duvet because we didn't have a recording booth. So we have videos of me under a duvet in like the sweltering heat singing into a mic. It was cute, very DIY vibes.
Did you get to pick what song you were on, or were they like, we think you'll sound great on Plastic Doll?
They gave me Plastic Doll, and I was so grateful and blessed that they bestowed that song upon me, and I did my thing. I tried my best with it.
And have you had an interaction with Gaga about it at all? Have you spoken to her, or?
She remains an enigma, a shining light, an icon, a legend. One day, I hope.
Amazing. And another group you've worked with was you co-wrote a song on A Project by Tomorrow by Together. How did that come about?
I don't know, just boring industry things, but I wish I had a more interesting story for you. But yeah, I wrote that song with Jacob Manson and Gina Kushka, and we wrote it in English, sent it over, and they translated it. I don't know. They translated it to Korean. All came about. I'm super happy that they took our song. It sounds really good. They like totally reinvented it and made it spectacular.
Do you do a lot of that, sort of just writing songs and then sort of sharing them to see if they'd fit in other projects?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a songwriter at my very core. I've written for other people before, which is something that I want to get into a little bit more this year. I do really enjoy writing for other people, but I'm also really bad at multitasking. I have a really hard time writing with other people in mind. All the songs that I've gotten cuts on for other people are songs that I wrote for myself that just so happen to fit other people. So I've never actually sat down and been like, all right, I'm gonna write with this person in mind, which is definitely a new challenge that I'd love to take on.
Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today. I really appreciate it and can't wait to see you on tour.
Thank you so much. It was lovely.